Yeah, well, the racing rules, the new rules went into effect on January 1st. There aren't many changes, so the sailors could go racing without knowing the changes, and the sport's pretty much the same. But there's a couple big ones. One is if you're involved in a collision now before you're racing, it could be before racing begins or between races, and there's any injury or serious damage, now that boat can be disqualified from either the race they just sailed or the next one, whichever is closest. So people need to be more careful between races while they're having lunch. For the racers, the big change is there's a rule about tacking at a windward mark, and it used to apply whether the mark is being left to port or starboard. Now it only applies to the marks being left to port. So for instance, team racers who sail a digital N with a starboard rounding, there's no more special rule, it's rule 18.3, about tacking. So it's going to completely change the tactics at the windward mark. So one of the major changes in the rules this year has to do with coaches and parents. Apparently some coaches and some parents get a little out of control at events. So now World Sailing has included in the racing rules a group of people called support persons. And those support persons are actually bound by the rules, and they can be penalized or punished under the racing rules by the protest committee. So this is a whole new concept. So parents and coaches need to understand that if they're acting inappropriately, they may be reported, if you will, to the protest committee, and the protest committee can warn them or exclude them from going on the water or exclude them from the venue or take other actions that might get them to not behave quite so badly.